Using a property versus getters and setters. What advantages does the property notation hold over the classic getter plus setter? In which specific cases/situations should a programmer choose to use one over the other? With properties. Without properties.
Prefer properties. It's what they're there for. The reason is that all attributes are public in Python. Starting names with an underscore or two is just a warning that the given attribute is an implementation detail that may not stay the same in future versions of the code. It doesn't prevent you from actually getting or setting that attribute. Therefore, standard attribute access is the normal, Pythonic way of, accessing attributes. The advantage of properties is that they are syntactically identical to attribute access, so you can change from one to another without any changes to client code. You could even have one version of a class that uses properties, say, for code by contract or debugging, and one that doesn't for production, without changing the code that uses it. At the same time, you don't have to write getters and setters for everything just in case you might need to better control access later.
In Python you don't use getters or setters or properties just for the fun of it. You first just use attributes and then later, only if needed, eventually migrate to a property without having to change the code using your classes. There is indeed a lot of code with extension Py that uses getters and setters and inheritance and pointless classes everywhere where for example a simple tuple would do, but it's code from people writing in C++ or Java using Python. That's not Python code.
Using properties lets you begin with normal attribute accesses and then back them up with getters and setters afterwards as necessary.
The short answer is, properties wins hands down. Always. There is sometimes a need for getters and setters, but even then, I would hide them to the outside world. There are plenty of ways to do this in Python, gettertra, settertra, underscore getAttribute underscore, etc., but a very concise and clean one is. Here's a brief article that introduces the topic of getters and setters in Python.
If you want to see more, please chance to get subscribed.